Alrighty, good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing? Oh, Jasper, watch where you're stepping. He stepped on my headphones and started making high-pitched noise because the cord was loose. Yeah, watch where you're stepping, buddy. You step on that, it makes loud noises. Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Excuse me. How is it? How you going, everyone? Hopefully you're doing good. My allergies, once again, out of control this morning. I woke up with a completely congested nose. Oh, delightful. So I did take an allergy pill I'd say about an hour ago, roughly. And it has helped. It cleared up one side of my nose, but the other side is still pretty badly swollen. So I sound congested, but hopefully it'll clear up over the course of today, I hope. Obviously, I don't want to be congested all day long. I welcome you to the streams. Today is a all new release day. Everything we're doing today is a release from the past few days. On the first stream, we've got the continuation of Returnal, where we're going to be taking on the second biome. Of course, we need to get through the first biome again to get back to the second, but from what I'm to understand, what you can do is get like a little bit through the stage and then shortcuts open up that kind of allow you to get to the end of the stage quickly, so that way you don't have to keep going through the entirety of the first stage to get to the second. Although, if you didn't notice, the house that is mysteriously inside of an alien, world that's supposed to be representative of the main character's home, Celine's home, back on Earth, apparently has changed. It has new stuff in it for us to explore, which seems pretty damn creepy. So, likely, it'll be a combination of a little bit of extra exploring around the planet of, the first biome, to try to find the house and explore that, and then try to run into the second biome and try to beat that today. My goal is to try to beat the second biome today. All right? Now, we may or may not. I don't know if that will happen or not. I would like to beat it today, and that way we can do something new. Or maybe not. I guess we'll see what happens. Okay? But I'm excited. When I played Returnal on Friday, I was pleasantly surprised, despite the fact the game doesn't save. It is quite entertaining. Great visuals, great gameplay. The gameplay itself is quite good. A lot of positives to the game for sure. So, a lot of positives to the game for sure, my friends. So let's see how it goes today. All right, let's see. By the way, I'm trying to refresh everything. I had a very busy morning. I had a very, very busy morning today. Just crazy amounts of stuff going on. I had to send a million emails everywhere. It's just crazy. Crazy. By the way, if this is... I'm trying to check something and I can't because my stream chat... Look at this. I can't even click on the fucking thing. I'm trying to check something and I can't even click it because the stream chat's all screwed up. Oh my god. I still can't click it. My laptop won't work. Did it work? It still doesn't work. Yo, I can't click that link. The laptop doesn't work. The laptop is all fucked up and won't work today. Okay. All right. It's working. I'm just checking something because someone said something in the stream chat and they were lying, so I'm just going to ban them right now. Goodbye, shithead. Okay. All right, so I had a very busy morning, sending a million emails all over the place for various different reasons. And it was annoying because, in the mornings I try to juggle a lot of things, and recently I've been incredibly busy. Every morning I'm doing a bunch of shit before the stream. So today I'm sending out a slew of emails to Twitter because, once again, Twitter trolls are at it, not just against me, but against a ton of people who are doing false DMCA takedowns on Twitter. In the last 3 weeks, I got about 4 or 5 of them. And now whoever's doing this, the way that they're doing it is they're grouping together these messages with a bunch of other people. So, for example, they'll say, like, I work for the Motion Picture Association of America, and I want to take down these 5 tweets. And you look at the tweets, and all the tweets use the same GIF, or GIF, however you pronounce it. Now, on Twitter, they have approved GIFs that you can use in your tweets. They're built into Twitter. They actually have approved ones that you can use on tweets. So you use those, and then this troll will actually make a group report to Twitter saying, I want these 10 tweets taken down that uses this GIF that's a screen capture from a movie of ours, right? Zero information is correct. If you read the message, you'll see it's completely bogus. None of it is corroborated. It's all bullshit. But Twitter doesn't actually confirm anything. So I get a tweet taken down, and 9 other people who have nothing to do with me all get their tweets taken down because this person realizes that Twitter is just stupid, incredibly stupid. It is incredibly dumb. And I've actually been ignoring some of these recently because I was trying to wait for them to all group together. I said one morning I'll just sit down and I'll send them all, and that was this morning. This morning I think I sent 4 or 5 of these. And the funny part about it is, so you'll get the DMCA takedowns. They'll take down your tweet, all right? You'll have to click through a bunch of stuff. Then you get back to Twitter, no problem. And you don't hear anything else about it. You'll submit the counterclaim and say, no, that's not legit. It's bullshit. It's someone impersonating. I don't know why you're granting these. You obviously didn't read them. You'll wait, I'm not kidding, 5 months, and then you'll get a response. I just got a response yesterday from the first week of January. In the first week of January, I had a fake DMCA claim on my Twitter. I immediately responded. It took them 5 months to review it. And then finally, yes, well, I take it back. Actually, it'll be 4 months. January, March, April. I guess it would be 4 months. Took them 4 months to review it. I got a response saying, oh, well, per your counterclaim, we finally reviewed it and realized this was fake, so we've undone it. It's like, dude, it's 4 months fucking later. 4 months? A 4-month wait to get them to do anything. Wow. So, all I want to say is, ladies and gentlemen, please be aware this happens. DMCA abuse is rampant on the internet, and companies are just not equipped to handle it. They don't care. In their eyes, as long as they don't get sued, that's all they care about. So, what I would say is be careful, because anyone could DMCA anything on the internet and apparently get away with it. But also, I have a backup Twitter. I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I do have a backup Twitter account just in case anyone ever attempts to fuck with me and take down my Twitter entirely. So far, the DMCA stuff hasn't really happened. Like, it takes down a tweet or whatever, I dispute it, and my Twitter seems to be okay. Alright, but obviously, I'm nervous that I might lose my backup. I might lose my Twitter. I need to use the backup. I mean, my Twitter, I talk to you guys every day. It's how I post up my schedule. It's how I share all important information with you guys. So, I hope that you guys will at least check out the backup Twitter. It's, I think it's Twitter 2, right? It is, yeah, it's !Twitter 2 here. So there it is. It's really dumb. It's twitter.com/me_DSP2. And no, I didn't make that up. Twitter just gave that to me when I made my new account. So that is it. It's me_DSP2 is my backup Twitter. Please follow it. Because if anything ever happens to my main Twitter, because this dumb-ass troll keeps doing group takedowns against a million different people and gets away with it and apparently gets their jollies off doing it, you know, I want to obviously be sure I have a way to communicate with you guys otherwise. And it would really suck to have to use a backup Twitter, but this guy is just, you know, a fucking loser. And just keeps doing it over and over because I guess he gets pleasure out of just randomly taking down tweets for absolutely no reason. Like I said, these tweets aren't even related. I'm talking like tweets from people all over the internet that use these approved GIFs are getting taken down because of this guy. So anyway, I spent the greater majority of my morning this morning, number one, trying to taste stuff, which I couldn't because I was so congested in my nose. That's number one. And number two, typing out and sending counter DMCA notices. Which isn't pleasant, trust me. It's very fucking annoying. Okay. Okay. Alright, everyone. Let's continue. So, today, what are we doing? Today is going to be a great day. We got the continuation of Returnal, which I know many of you have been waiting for ever since Friday, because it was a pleasant surprise how good the game was. And over the weekend, a lot of people have been playing Returnal. A lot of people got their asses handed to them playing Returnal and can't beat the second stage, while other people went right through it. So I'm curious to see how I do. I'll probably land somewhere in the middle. I bet I won't. I'm gonna have some difficulty with it, but I probably will be able to beat it eventually. I don't think that's gonna be like, oh my god, I can't beat it. Because let's face it, I just played Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, right? I don't think anything's gonna be harder than that. I'm just being honest. Like, that game was so ridiculous that now I don't think the difficulty of any game could really piss me off. Seriously, Ghosts and Goblins was so ridiculous. It's so bad, so ridiculously over the top hard. I can't imagine Returnal being worse than that. I really can't. So anyway, that's the first stream. The late stream is new Pokemon Snap, which I started playing yesterday, and I actually really like the game. Even though it's a very simple game. What are you doing? You're taking pictures of Pokemon. That's it. That's the whole premise of the entire game. But it's a very chill game. It's very fun because you get to try to catch different Pokemon in different situations. You're trying to get them to pose certain ways by using food or having them eat a flower that powers them and makes them glow. It's pretty neat. Ultimately, it's a chill game because there's not much to it. There's not much substance to the game. It's more like, all right, just sit that back, relax, and try to get a bunch of pictures of Pokemon, right? But yesterday we had a really good time with it. And even though it will not be a main gameplay stream, because I really don't feel a game like that is going to hold interest on a main stream, let's be honest here, it's going to be really good for late-night chill streams. It's really going to add to the rotation, I feel. So tonight we're going to play that for the first late-night chill stream. I hope you'll join me, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Tomorrow, we're going back to Nier Replicant for the main gameplay stream. Last time around when I played it, it was really good. We advanced the plot line in a major way. And 3 different quest lines opened up. So we're going to do the one in the desert first. And then we're probably going to go check out the other ones that have unlocked as well. I don't know how much is left in Nier Replicant. I definitely can't wait to get through my first run here and see the ending and everything. And then, you know, there'll be a second run. Will the second run actually be a main gameplay stream? I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm very excited to at least finish the first run. But tomorrow, I may or may not. I don't know. I don't know how much is left in the game. You know, at this point, I'm 15 hours in. I don't know how long the actual game is to finish it up. But I'm excited for that as the main gameplay stream tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, we return to Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm only playing it once a week now, which means now, unlike last week, I absolutely refuse to waste time. I'm going to be talking with you guys. Okay? And I am going to be doing whatever is necessary to progress in this game, story-wise. I don't care at this point about optional exploration, because I tried doing it, and everything in the effing game around me is overleveled. Everything. So apparently the game really wants you to just follow the storyline for an extended period of time until you level up enough to be able to do the other optional stuff around me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste time trying to do optional stuff when all it does is make an entire stream where I don't make any progress. Alright? The game's already too long as it is, and being that this is a game that I have to continue, I have to make progress every time I play it. So, tonight, or tomorrow night, excuse me, it will be definitely interacting with the stream chat to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing for the plot and moving forward in that direction. Okay? Fair enough? That way, we can actually make progress with the game and not have it get stuck indefinitely forever. Alright? Alright. Then on Tuesday, it will be the continuation of Returnal, again paired with Pokemon Snap. And then on Wednesday, excuse me, did I screw that up? Yes, I did. Tomorrow is... Wait a minute. I'm confusing myself. Today's Monday. That's why I was like, what is today? So today, it's Returnal and Pokemon Snap. Tomorrow, Tuesday, it's Nier Replicant and Divinity 2. Wednesday, more Returnal and Pokemon Snap. Thursday, more Nier Replicant, and hopefully that will be the conclusion of my first run. Maybe the start of my second run. And late night stream then will be MLB, which at that point I wouldn't have played for over a week. So MLB chill stream on Thursday night. And then on Friday is the big day. Friday, it's the premiere of Resident Evil 8 Village. This is the game everyone's waiting to see me play because everyone loves when I play survival horror. And quite frankly, this is really weird because, number one, I think it's weird that Capcom released 1 million demos for the thing. I mean, doesn't that spoil a ton of the elements of the game? I think it will. So I don't know why the hell they released so many demos. I didn't play the demos. I only played the demo that was like a month and a half ago. I didn't play any of these demos recently, so I will not be spoiled on any of the stuff that was in them because I didn't play them, which is good, in my opinion. So I am excited, and I hope that you guys will join me starting on Friday. I'll be playing that both Friday and Saturday because I'm not off on Saturday this week. My wife's schedule is different. We're hoping to get the updated schedule as soon as possible. She's at work right now, so hopefully maybe today they'll have it, so I'll actually know when my next day off is. But I know it's not Saturday, okay? It might not even be Sunday. It might be Monday or Tuesday. So I don't know. We may have an extended series of days where I'm playing Resident Evil 8. Okay? So, it's a good week, right? It's an exciting week. Continuation of all these new releases, and then yet another new release on Friday. So I hope you guys will be hanging out with me all week long. Now, a few updates, a few different things going on right now. Okay? First of all, I'd like to welcome back Timbo Slice GB as a moderator to the streams. He took about a week off, and now he has returned. And also, I would like to welcome Fihu as a moderator to the streams. This is in addition to Only Iced Coffee, who also became a moderator yesterday. Now, keep in mind, Fihu and Only Iced Coffee are on a trial basis, meaning they're newcomers. And we're going to see how they do over the course of a week or two and see how it goes. And if it goes well, then they might become permanent moderators, all right? But we're testing the waters here with new moderation, and you may say, I wonder why there are all these new moderators recently. Well, I'll tell you why. There's two reasons why there's all those new moderators. The first is, because if you haven't noticed, recently, there's been many streams where there's no moderators present, and people outright call it out, and then sadly, I hate to say, the trolls attract other trolls. Oh, hey, look, there's no moderators, everyone. And they'll actually wait for me to do something that I can't pay attention to the stream and then spam and do stupid shit. This actually just happened on Friday. When I was playing Street Fighter, the stream was completely under control, and then all of a sudden, every time I played a match, oh look, people came in with copy pastas and start spamming, so no one could even talk, right? And then I finished the match, turned back, oh, they stopped, so now I can't see who did it. So, you know what I mean? Like, wow, we're a bunch of fucking shitheads. So they're doing it on purpose. They're actually testing the waters. You know what I say? Put the tip of your toe in the water to test the waters. That's what they're doing. They're trying to figure out how they can effectively fuck with my streams when I'm not paying attention. All right? So it's obviously become apparent that sadly there are people here who are going to be malicious, and we don't have enough moderation coverage to make sure that this isn't happening. Now, in addition, this week is an unprecedented amount of new releases in one time. I'm playing Returnal, I'm playing new Pokemon Snap, I'm still playing Nier Replicant, and on Friday, it's Resident Evil 8. That's a lot of stuff in a short period of time that's going to bring increased viewership to the streams. If you haven't noticed, the last week, the viewership has been up in general during most of the streams of the new releases. So that being said, it makes sense now to bring on more people as moderators and give them a shot to see what's going on. You know, so let's see what happens, and let's wish them well. Please be nice to the new moderators as they learn the ropes. You know, Only Iced Coffee and Fihu are going to be here, and I don't know. I don't know if they've dealt with this level of trolling that I get, you know, anywhere that they've been before. So it's tough. It definitely is challenging being a moderator here. I mean, just being honest. Timbo's been around. He was a moderator a long time ago. He decided to step down from being a mod for a long time. Then he came back for about a month, and he took about a week off, and he's back now, trying to help out around here. So welcome back to Timbo, and let's see what happens. Hopefully now, between a returning mod and two new trial mods, we have enough coverage for the streams that this will not be an ongoing issue, that we'll have people here almost all the time now. I hope. Okay? Good stuff. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to nominate games for the upcoming Retro Replay event. You can do so by typing ! Retro Replay into the stream chat, or about every 15 minutes, a link will auto-populate anyway. Games eligible for this event are any game that I played in 2015 or earlier for the internet. The premise of the event is as follows: to replay a game that I had previously played in the past, this time with my modern setup of direct capture, live streaming, face cam, and interactiveness with my streaming audience. Many of the games that I played 2015 or earlier did not have one or multiple of these components, and also, let's face it, any game that I played more than 6 years ago perhaps the playthrough was very different than the kind of style of content that I do today. There's a lot of classics that I played back in the day that some people might actually be very interested in seeing me play again. Now, some games I've outright eliminated from contention. Those games are Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto 5, and the Mass Effect trilogy. Reason being, I already have plans to play those games in the future. I've already said both Skyrim and Grand Theft Auto 5 I would play once we get an announcement that their latest games are coming out, maybe like the year before the new iteration. I would play those as a way to get readjusted and get familiar again with those franchises. All right. As for the Mass Effect trilogy, the remake is coming out this month, right? I'm excited to play Mass Effect 1 again with modernized visuals and tweaks that are going to make the game run better and not be a buggy mess. And of course, I only played Mass Effect 3 only once ever. So it should be exciting to replay those games starting later this month. All right? So there's no reason to have those games in the running when I'm already basically set to play them. Okay? So please nominate. The more games nominated, the better. The way it will work is after a couple of weeks, probably around the middle of May-ish, I'll sit down and take a look at what you guys nominated, tally up the results, and once tallied up, I will then have a poll for the most nominated games. You guys will vote on the poll, and the winner will end up becoming a full playthrough. The way it's going to work is at first there will be a marathon stream where I will play it for about 7+ hours in one sitting to get a good chunk into said playthrough, and then it will become a game that hits my major rotation of streams moving forward. Okay? So, that's the idea. Please nominate. That's an exciting event coming up. Okay, so before we move on to news, of which I only have one story I want to talk about, but FYI, everyone, we're basically approaching 2 weeks now that I've been kicked out of the Twitch partner program with absolutely no explanation. I still haven't gotten one, despite requesting information twice. They're ignoring me. It's obviously I'm never going to get any answers, all right? So moving forward, the only way for me to continue to be able to stream full-time on Twitch is with your support and converting over those who used to sub and used to cheer to either tipping me live during the streams or pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidefil. All right? I need to have that support converted over in order to make ends meet and keep going. All right? If I don't, sadly, I hate to say it, it ain't going to work. You know, I'm going to have to leave, and I don't want to. I don't want to go to YouTube. But it is what it is. You know, YouTube has the ability to sub with a membership, and it has the ability to do, you know, super chats. So it sucks because it would be a trade-off. Obviously, you know, I might get more support on my streams, which would be great, but at the same time, the stream chat over there is abysmally bad. I hate it. And I know it would be a huge detriment to have to use that stream chat. I know I have a community I built here over 4 years. I've been full-time streaming on this site. I don't want to leave that community behind. You guys didn't do anything wrong. Okay? So I need your support. Please, if you could, please support me via either, again, tipping during the live stream or pledging to my Patreon. By the way, you could also buy something from my Teespring, which I almost never mention because it's merch. I don't like shoving merch down people's throats. I never have. Every once in a while I'll mention it exists, but it's never really been a major focus for me. I do want to say thanks to anyone who does buy something because every once in a while I notice there's a sale or two on there and I'm like, oh, that's nice. And it does help out, but I don't want to sit here pushing t-shirts down everyone's throat every day. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for any contributions. Now, we do have rewards in effect here. If we raise $50 of tips, I'll put on Gunner glasses. If we raise $100 of tips, I'll put on a vest. And I am working actively to try to re-add some of the things that we sadly have lost here back to the streams. And you're wondering what I mean by that. What I mean is we're not going to have emotes very shortly, right? Okay. Hold on, because I got distracted. I got an email from Twitter, and it says that they've got all my requests or all my DMCA counterclaims from this morning. Well, that's good. It's good that they're at least acknowledging they got them this time. Okay, so number one, I'm trying to get back the emotes. The way that it looks like I can do it is once everyone's subscriptions start to expire this month, which they will over the next couple of weeks, I could probably get better Twitch TV, which costs $5 a month to get the premium. But if I do that, I can get like 50 emotes on the channel through better Twitch TV. So you guys would have to download a plugin for your browsers, but you'd still get all the emotes back, which would be pretty neat. I'm willing to do that, okay? In addition, I think there is a way where you can have polls integrated through Nightbot. Rather than having to use the poll system that used to be here on the stream, we can use a Nightbot to do polling now. But again, I need time to look into these things. Every day, basically, I'm doing something different. Yesterday, it was patron stuff. This morning, it was the counter DMCA shit. Tomorrow, I'll probably have to look at the patrons who responded and need their perks to try to work on that. So every day, slowly, I'm doing something behind the scenes here to work on the streams. I swear to you, I will this month work on this stuff, okay? I'm going to work on it and try to get these streams back to normal, despite the fact that the partnership is gone, okay? So, another thing that I need your help with is figuring out what are good perks that you guys would want. What would you guys want me to do, all right, for things, for perks for Patreon? I need suggestions. Now, yesterday someone said, well, can we post up on the forums about it? Yes, please do. I haven't been there this morning to see if anyone did. But by all means, please post up suggestions of what you would like to see as patron perks. I'm not guaranteeing I could do all of it, but I need suggestions because I want Patreon to become attractive again. It hasn't been attractive for years because I basically left it there in disuse because people wanted me to focus solely on sub goals and things. Now that doesn't exist anymore, so we have to go back and try to figure out how to make this work again. All right, I want you guys to get something that you feel is of a worth out of pledging to my Patreon, but at the same time, I need to be able to be sure that something realistic I can do. I don't want to promise you the world and then under-deliver. We all know how that goes. From the one time ever that I did that, many, many years ago on Patreon, I think it was like 6-7 years ago or some shit, and then everyone fucking dogpiled on me claiming that things happened that didn't. Conspiracy theorist idiots. So, you know, I want to do this the right way, okay? So, please give me ideas, and you can share those in the stream chat, or you can just post those up on the forums. I think people already have a thread there that are going to suggesting stuff. The more the better. I'll be talking about those and looking at them over the course of the month, and hopefully by the end of this month we can brainstorm new tiers and new rewards to make it attractive to pledge to my Patreon, because outside of that, again, there's no subs or anything, guys, and I need that support, all right? Now, all that being said, yesterday was an okay day. It wasn't terrible, but we didn't hit any of the goals on either stream. Neither the new Pokemon Snap nor the Danganronpa stream did we hit a tip skull, all right? That's not good. It's okay for that to happen every once in a while. All right? It is. It's fine. I don't have to have every day be a day where it's amazing amounts of support. But, in general, I have to try to hit these goals every day because this is making up for the fact that I don't have cheers and subs anymore. Remember, we used to have a $100 tips goal, but then we had people constantly subbing, resubbing, cheering, and all of that was supplementary, and it's all gone now. In addition to that, I don't know if Twitch is going to pay me the remainder of what they owe me for the partnership program last month. Remember, you guys had 3 weeks of subbing and cheering, of which technically I'm owed legally, but we don't know if Twitch is going to pay me that or not. So basically, not only do I have to pay all the normal bills that I would normally pay coming up, but now I also have to supposedly raise enough money to pay my mortgage, which usually would be what the Twitch payment pays. So I don't know what's going to happen. Okay? I have no idea what's going to happen here. So I need to raise as much as possible every day. It's that simple. All right? That's not the end-all and be-all of streams. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to play games and have fun. And you guys have told me over the years you like the streams I put out. You want the streams to continue. You like the content that I do. You like that I'm an independent. I don't need to have any of that. Okay? You like all of this. But the truth of the matter is, I'm nervous. I am. I want to stay here on Twitch, but I need to basically have good support every day. So if you like the content, please support it. It's not mandatory that you do. I consider it going above and beyond being a stream viewer to support the streams. But I do need as much support as possible, and I am aiming to hit these goals every day. Essentially, if I hit these goals every day, I'm in the clear. I know I'll be able to afford everything and be good moving forward. All right? It's uncertain if I don't. And that means I may have to leave, which I don't want to do. Fair enough? Okay, so thank you in advance to anyone who tips me. By the way, some things I haven't mentioned in a few weeks, but I should. Please do your best to protect yourself identity-wise on the internet. Make sure that your account that you're using here on Twitch is not linked to any other account that you're using anywhere else. Don't use the same name. Don't use the same email. Why? Because people will try to find a way to harass you online if they can get away with it. All right? So, please, I don't want that to happen. Please do your best to protect your identity. I always recommend close your DMs here on Twitch. Make it so that no one can direct message you except your friends. Don't have the same name on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Bad idea. All right? Now, everyone, also, I really haven't mentioned this much recently because it hasn't been an issue. But if you are going to tip me, please understand that I require a verified PayPal account. A verified PayPal allows me to trust your tip right away, rather than having someone come in and just do trolling, insulting tips and then trying to charge them back later. The verified account means that you're a real person. If you try to do a fraudulent chargeback, you'll be held accountable in real life. So please verify your PayPal account if you can. And in addition, if you're a regular tipper, you might want to use a code word when you tip, so that way I know it's really you when you tip me. This has helped tremendously in the last couple of months with regulars who have been tipping me, and now I know that's them. I can trust it right away. We don't have to do a stupid tip audit or ever during the stream that breaks up the immersion of what I'm doing, okay? All right, just wanted to toss that out there quickly because I haven't talked about that in a couple of weeks. I was like, well, every once in a while, I pretty much should bring that stuff up just as a refresher, okay? All right, so before we get to shout-outs, there's only really one story I want to talk about today. The news broke this morning that Sony has entered a partnership with Discord, and that Sony will be having Discord be implemented on Sony consoles early next year. Now, first of all, early next year, it's a long time to wait. So it's kind of silly, in my opinion, but I guess what Sony is kind of admitting here is that the voice chat stuff that they've been doing and the communication stuff they've been doing on their PlayStation consoles isn't really up to snuff. So many people use Discord on a daily basis for online chats, but also, I guess, voice communications. I don't know if Discord can do video communications because I'm not too familiar with it, quite frankly. I'm just going to guess it can because I think people were saying that Discord is a replacement for, like, Skype. Like, when Skype died, Discord stepped up and kind of took over for Skype, right? So the funny thing is, Sony has this stuff on PlayStation. They have a messaging system. They have voice communications. But I guess they're admitting they kind of they're not very good at it. And therefore, why not just integrate with a company that is known as one of the market leaders for this kind of thing? So there's a partnership, and I guess as of next year, Discord is going to be an app available to download on everyone's PlayStations. And I guess what they're saying is this is going to integrate with games. You'll be able to use Discord to talk with people while you're playing games. And admittedly, I think that's a good idea. But I don't know how it would work considering... Well, for me, I don't even know if it would work because, as you guys know, my setup is so screwed up as it is because there's no secondary audio out on the PlayStation 5. That means when I'm streaming, I have to basically split the audio, kind of. Or use audio that's not true surround sound, which is what I'm doing right now. Like, the audio I'm having in my headphones isn't true surround sound. It's kind of pseudo Dolby surround sound, which isn't great. It's okay. But, PlayStation 5 is supposed to have 3D audio, but if I use that with headphones, you guys won't get audio on my stream. As stupid as that sounds, that's how they made the console. In addition to that, I don't know how to get a microphone to work with this thing with my current setup. So even if next year Discord launches and people are like, oh, Phil, why don't you now have multiplayer sessions or, with voice communication on PS5? I don't even know if it would work. I have no idea if this would work or not. So I guess I just kind of shrugged and was like, it's good news for the common person. The common person, if you've wanted better voice communications, you've wanted better text communications, you want a video chat with your friends over PlayStation Network, and you didn't like what was integrated into the PlayStation right now, which is, I guess, a large group of people are of that opinion if they paid all this money to have this partnership, this is good news for you. Everyone pretty much uses Discord for this kind of stuff on the internet already, so it's kind of like just, use what everyone already knows, right? But as for me, this isn't really going to affect stuff at all, I don't feel, unless Sony integrates some kind of a solution where they allow, dual audio out of some sort, which I don't know how they would do that, I just wish they would let you plug in your headphones into your controller, and that's 3D audio. But then you could have a second audio stream coming out of your PlayStation 5 to your capture setup via HDMI, and that's standard audio. And then you guys could get the standard audio, I could get the 3D audio, and everyone would be happy. But I guess that's too much to ask. But by the way, if that worked, then I could use a microphone. I could actually use the microphone built into my 3D Pulse headset if it worked like that. But they never made it like that. Yeah, so it is what it is. Just kind of shrug and say, well, a lot of people are acting like this is good news, so I'm happy for them if they think this will be a big addition or a big change, improvement for them. For me, it doesn't look like it's going to affect much of anything, unless they implement some kind of an update or a fix for the console so I can actually use the headphones in the way they're intended. I can't even use a microphone with the console right now. So, it is what it is, I guess. Okay, let's do some shout-outs, folks. Let's get to shout-outs for contributions. First contribution this morning is from Tarantula MS 2018, who tipped me $10. Says, hey, you Phil. What's going on, Tarantula? It's good to see you. Thank you for the tip. Let's get that started here. I just screwed that up. Tarantula MS 2018. And by the way, as you guys can see, I don't know if you've been around the last couple of days, we added a last tip stat on the leaderboard. Whoever the last tipper is will be there. Since I'm going through everyone's contributions now, I'm not going to update that till the end, and then I'll update it. It doesn't make sense to keep changing it every 2 seconds here. Okay? So thank you, Tarantula, for the first tip of the day. It says, hey, Phil, how's it going, Tarantula? It's good to see you. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the support. Snow Carl tipped me $1.30. He says, I think the tips goal is unrealistic. On a 2-hour stream, do you consider rebalancing the schedule, ending the first stream earlier and starting the late stream later? Excuse me. Let me try that again. Ending the first stream earlier, starting the late stream earlier. It might make it easier to hit the tips goal on the second stream. No, the way that the streams are broken up is purposeful. The earlier stream needs more time because my earlier streams technically are ongoing playthroughs that are usually either new releases or have a big narrative to them. They basically need more time. Having a 3 to 3.5 hour gameplay chunk on the first stream makes sense because these are the games that people want to see more often. They're the more hype releases, or they're the games that really I need to make more progress in. The late night streams are called chill streams for a reason. These are games that I'm in no hurry to complete. These are games that in some cases I don't even have to care about progress. Like, who cares how much progress I make in MLB or how many Pokemon I take pictures of in Pokemon Snap? It could be a stream where I just sit there and talk to you guys all day with the premise of gameplay kind of going on in the background. It's not a big deal, you see? If I were someone who every stream was the same, okay, every stream, I'm trying to make progress in a game, yes, you're right. It wouldn't matter if I split the streams or changed them up. You're absolutely right. But a lot of the games that I play on late night streams only are digestible in like 2-hour chunks. Like, I wouldn't want to play old school Street Fighter longer than 2 hours anyway. I wouldn't want to play MLB longer than 2 hours. I tried it as a mainstream and people got bored, you see? Like, that's purposely laid out that way. So, no, I don't feel that's a good idea. However, you know, depending on how things go, what we could do is adjust it and say maybe, like, for example, okay, the earlier stream is longer, so maybe I'm trying to raise $250 or $300 on the early stream, and then the late stream is much shorter, so maybe I'm only trying to raise like $150 or $100 on the late stream. You see, we could do that. We could adjust the goals, but I don't think that the times will be adjusted, just the goals. We could do that, but I don't know how that would go over, right? I just don't know. Yesterday, we didn't hit the tips goal as it was, you know? So now we're going to increase the goal. I'm not exactly sure that that's a good idea, right? What do you think? I'm all ears. Try that today. Suckers and prices, try it today. Set the goal to $300 for this stream. I don't know. See, I'm skeptical of doing anything like that. Already people are like, oh my God, $200 for the stream. And then I have to explain, listen, what that is, that makes up for the fact that there used to be constant subs, resubs, and cheers, and they don't exist anymore. I have to adjust for that. If I don't, I'll go out of business. I have to adjust for that, you know? So I hope people understand that. I don't want it to look like, oh, Phil just keeps raising the goal, raising the goal, raising the goal. This is ridiculous. All right, let's think about it. I'm not going to touch it yet, but let's think about it. Okay? An anonymous $1.30 tipper says, what's with all the snorting? So I'm sure this is a legit person who obviously really cares about it. It's my allergies. My allergies are bad, and I have postnasal drip, which a lot of people don't have. But when I get bad allergies, my postnasal drip gets even worse than it normally is. And that means that not only does it lead to all my sinuses being completely stuffed up, but also in the back of my throat, there's all kinds of disgusting phlegm and stuff pouring down. It's disgusting. You don't need to hear it. I don't know why you're asking, except for the fact that you want me to discuss this disgusting thing to try to get your jollies off on my stream. Okay? So it's a medical condition. It sucks. I am medicated. Right now I'm on allergy medication. And as I've been talking to you guys, my nose is actually, the inflammation has gone down in my sinuses, which is good. And it's starting to clear up a bit. But yeah, I get gunk in my throat. I have all these issues because of a medical condition. My dad also has the same exact medical condition. He gets bad allergies, and he gets the postnasal drip. So it's a hereditary thing. All right? You may not realize this, but not everyone is lucky enough to be in perfect health. I've not been that lucky. I've had many medical conditions and things over my life that affect me. I don't like sitting here on the stream talking about them constantly because it really is no one's business. But you got to bring it up because you're nosy. So how about this? Shut up. Mind your own business. Okay, let's continue. Chris B, and a bunch of numbers, has tipped me $4.20, and he says, Phil, any specific game you're personally hoping gets nominated? He's talking about the Retro Replay event, obviously. I would be happy to play any of some of the games from, like, way back in the day. Like, for example, I never did a full playthrough of Saints Row 2 at all. I only did highlights. Might be cool to play the whole game. Or, you know, Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. These are classics, right? And even though I did multiple playthroughs, it was so long ago when I did them, it was really cool to play them again. Now, you know one that I haven't mentioned that much, but I would actually be really interested in doing? Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. The last time I played it was in 2013 during the Summer of Retro. I really enjoyed it. But a lot of people were very, very against the idea because back then I was known mostly for playing high-profile new releases or hype games like GTA. I wasn't known for playing retro games. And when I played it, people were very upset. Why are you spending so much time playing old-school games over the summer? I was like, well, because there's no new releases. Well, too bad. That's what we tune in for. And it was pretty much a pretty negative attitude over that summer. That's because I had a YouTube audience, not a live streaming audience. Live streaming audience likes me, comes and hangs out with me on a daily basis because you guys want to chill, and I could certainly fit in a playthrough like that and make it fun for you guys and interactive and not have to worry about people constantly complaining. It's a very different situation today than it was 8 years ago when I originally played Chrono Trigger. I even remember saying during that playthrough, man, I would love to do all the alternate endings. It takes a few extra hours, and everyone's like, no, just go on to another game, stop playing this. I was like, oh my God, these people, man. Really, I'm being honest, the full-time YouTube audience back in the day was very fickle and was very, very, if you don't grab their attention within the first few minutes, basically they'd move on and do something else. And it was very frustrating in that regard. Why do you think back in the day I did the kind of commentary I did? Because I had to hook these people who were kind of, I hate to say it, they didn't have much attention span and they were kind of immature, and it was very hard to retain an audience on anything. Even my biggest playthroughs, the first 5 parts have a ridiculous amount of views, and then after that, right? That's how these people were back then. And it was all about that. It was about retaining viewership on an ongoing playthrough. Today, it's not like that at all. It's a very different situation with the kind of content that I put out today, and I'm very happy with that. I very much enjoy today and the content I do today way more than what I used to do. I feel like if I played a game like Chrono Trigger today, it would get way more interest, way more people actually actively involved in the content and interacting and stuff and enjoying it rather than just sitting there and saying, oh, it's an old game, crapping on it constantly. You see? Very different situation, very different audience. So, yeah. So, that is what, that is some of the ideas that I have for things that maybe I would like to do for the Retro Replay. I'm sure there's many more things that people will come up with, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea, too. But, you know, that's just some of the stuff that kind of jumps into my mind. Not that I'm trying to sway the nominations or results in any way. I'm not. I'm very curious to see what people come up with themselves. The truth of the matter is, I've been doing this for 12 years, now going on 13. When it hits September, I'll be done doing this for 13 years. Okay? You guys remember more than me. Seriously. You guys will remember way more than me what were the big playthroughs from back in the day that you'd like to see me redo. So I'm all ears when it comes to that. You guys recommend, and we'll go from there. Okay? Good stuff. Majin Buu says replay classic Mega Mans. They're all cam playthroughs. Well, here's the thing, Majin Buu. I did replay them. You may not realize it. They were on the Genesis Mini as the Wily Wars. The original Mega Man games were remade with better graphics for the Sega Genesis, and that's what the Wily Wars is. So technically, I have replayed the classic Mega Mans. You just didn't realize it because it was called something else. So there you go. Okay, Snowcrawl took me another $1.30. He says, those crying about the tips goal and how much you raise are never those who actually contribute. Ignore trolls and listen to those of us who contribute and what you think. They want you to make as little as possible. You're right. I hate to say it, but Snowcrawl is absolutely right. The people who are going to sit here and scream about what I raise and what I need to make ends meet are the same people who don't want me to succeed and are just going to sit here and crap on me no matter what anyway. I know that. I'm not stupid. But I want to make it so that it's realistic. You know, if we were to change these goals, like I said, maybe the first stream is $300 and the late stream's $100, and that way we maybe would be more prone to hit. The thing is, like I said yesterday, we didn't even hit the goal on the first stream. So obviously, when we're coming up, short on the first stream, it would be disheartening if we're increasing that. What I would say is, for now, let's play it by ear. Let's see how it goes. All right. Today is a perfect example. We got a big new release here on the first stream. We're going to have more viewers watching than usual. Tonight, it's the first chill stream of Pokemon Snap, where I think people are really going to enjoy it as a chill stream. Let's see how it goes today. If we go a week or two and we're not hitting any of these goals, and we want to adjust it, we could do that. And I'm going to keep your suggestion in mind because I think it's a good suggestion. You suggested changing the time. I say no, change the goals. And I think that could work. I do feel that could work. Okay? Okay, so Pray for Rock just made another suggestion, and I actually like this one too. Pray for Rock says, how about making it one goal of $400 and you leave that all day long? I like that idea, but then we would have to figure out how to make that work for each stream, because remember, each stream when we hit $50, I put on the Gunner glasses. When we raise $100, I put on the vest. We would have to track that. Because, for example, let's say we come back on the second stream. We're like, all right, guys, we're at $200. But now we have to track when I hit 50 and 100 to do those rewards again. Right? Yeah. What do you guys think? I'm curious for feedback. I'm hungry for feedback. What do you guys think about these ideas? This is why I like pre-stream. Because you guys get to talk with me. We get to brainstorm about improvements to the streams. So, Ugly Tuner, well, I see what people are saying. So, people are saying now, right now we have a $50 and $100 reward. Up that, so then we have a $200, $300, and $400 reward. Well, we'd have to think about what we can do. Because here's the thing, if I'm wearing headphones, immediately that eliminates the ability of me to put on any kind of a hat. And for example, today I'm playing Returnal, that's out the window, you see? The double vest is kind of stupid. Like, the double vest was funny for a little bit, but I feel like the double vest is kind of played out and people don't really care about the double vest, especially now because you guys can't even vote for the vest right now. I feel like the double vest idea is kind of dead. Like, we need to figure out other things, right? See, now here we go. Immediately people say, well, have the goals. Okay, what should the goals be? And then we get ridiculous, unrealistic things. Put on a full-body Sonic suit. Put on jeans. Why would I even do that? I'm wearing shorts now because it's so warm. Why would I put on jeans? Put on hats. I just said I can't because I'm going to be wearing headphones for a lot of these new releases. You see what I mean? Like, everyone wants these. Everyone has a suggestion, but then no one has the other half of it to make it work. That's what it is. So we could change it that every day it's a running $400 tips goal for the entire day. And we have rewards at certain milestones. $50 Gunner glasses. $100 we get a vest. Maybe $200 there's a different reward. Then at $300 the double vest. $400 a final thing. You know what I mean? We could do those. But we have to figure it out. And we have to make it work. And that's the thing. Like, We have to make it work so that people understand what it is, because it's a change. And of course, whenever there's a change, people are resistant to it. People don't understand it. Immediately, you have people saying, oh my God, he's trying to raise $400 every stream? No. No. I guess what I could do, so here's how we could do it. Watch this. See that? You could do it like that. Daily tip skull. And that way people would understand, oh, that's for the day. But then it would be trickier to figure out. I think the second streams would be more challenging, because we'd have to do the math, you know. All right, we got to figure this out. We have to figure this out. Right now, we're going to keep it as is. Let's keep talking about this. I don't want to delay the stream too long here. People want to see gameplay. All right. Let's keep talking about this and brainstorming this, and I do want to change this in the next couple days. I feel like we should have this changed by the end of the week almost, right? See, now here's the thing. Someone's like, oh, glasses at $100. See, I don't know. I don't like that, because now you're changing the reward from what it already was. It already was at $50. It's the glasses. Why am I going to change it to $100? That's not fair. I don't like that. I don't want to change what I'm already doing and make it worse. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I want to kind of leave it. So, all right. For now, we'll leave it as is, but let's talk about it over the week. Let's keep brainstorming. I like this idea. Maybe a $400 goal for the entire day, or more on the first, like the first stream could be 250, 300, and the second stream is only 100 because it's shorter. And plus, the second stream doesn't even really have a pre-stream. There's always a pre-stream on this stream that gives even extra time to raise more, you see? Yeah. Okay, let's continue to talk and figure this out. Thank you for the suggestions. Plum Goral? Is it Plum Goral or Plum Gory? Plum Goral. To me, $1.30 and says, I put in a retro replay nomination. I thought of Spyro. Recently, I got the Reignited Trilogy and been enjoying it. Have you ever played Spyro for YouTube or anything? I did. The original Spyro the Dragon, all right? I played the original PS1 version. And it was very difficult because I did a 100% run. And there's a couple things in that run that are super tough. You have to like do double dashing across the entire board and flying across to get these super difficult rare items and stuff. But I did it. I 100%ed it. Okay. Then they announced the Reignited Trilogy. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This always happens. I played the originals, and once I played one or two of the originals, then they announced a remastered trilogy. So I ended up playing 2 and 3 as part of the remastered trilogy. But they're all on YouTube, and that, by the way, that was after 2015, so those would not be eligible for the event. Tox Knox, to me, $1.30, says, why don't you suggest more realistic goal rewards if everything chat suggests is unrealistic? We don't have to do everything for you. So here we go. Talk about Tox Knox. Yes, you are toxic. I'm listening to your feedback, and I'm trying to tell you what I feel is realistic and what isn't. That's part of a give and take of being a live streamer, is having discourse with my viewing audience. And just because I shoot something down and I say, oh, that's not feasible, that's not a negative thing. That's good. It's good to have the discourse. It's good to go back and forth and have suggestions. There's no, you don't have to be toxic about everything. No, just because I said I can't do something, it doesn't mean that I'm being a jerk and I'm ignoring my viewers. I can't give everyone everything they want. I wish I could. I wish that I had infinite power, infinite time, infinite resources, and I could give everything they want. I can't do that. I'm a human. I'm a finite being, and I can only do what's in the realm of possibility. I can't wear a hat when I'm wearing the 3D Pulse headphones because I can't put a hat over headphones. It doesn't work. You see? It's called reality. So Toxnox, thank you for the $1 tip. Welcome to reality. It's not toxic to be real with my audience. It's called being honest. It's something that maybe you should try to practice yourself rather than just ask for all sparkles and rainbows all the time. Maybe you get along in life a little bit better. Okay. Anyway, guys. Thank you guys for listening to the pre-stream. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk about or anything else you'd like to discuss before we go on our quick break here? By the way, the break will be for me to use the restroom, and then we'll get the game started here. Okay? That's oh my god. Put the Pulse 3D headphones over the hat. Yes, because you can wear headphones over a cowboy hat. Sure you can. I'm not even going to answer. Jesus Christ. Oh, there you go. Bring the microphone into the bathroom with me. Oh, you want to hear it. You actually want to hear the shit sounds, huh? Oh, that's good. SD Chargers just tipped me $2. Said, hey, Phil. What's going on, SD Chargers? Good to see you today. Thank you for the tip. I'll get you up there as the latest tipper. Oops. Okay. All right, guys. All right, let's take a break. I would recommend that you use this opportunity to take a break yourself, grab a drink or a snack, use the restroom, whatever you need to do to prepare, because when I come back, it's time for Returnal, and we're going to see how it is to have to go through this first stage again to get to the second. I want to get to the house again because the house looks like it has new stuff inside of it for us to investigate. And then, of course, I want to check out the second stage and see what it's all about. Hopefully I can beat the second biome today. We'll see. So thank you guys in advance for a great stream. I shall see you after the break. All right, thanks. I'll see you in a few minutes.